Hello, Coach Askin, and today, guys, I'm here to do another anime review, as my review is to Boku no Hero Academia Season 2, Episode 21, guys. 21 of Boku no Hero Academia Season 2, Episode 1, or My Hero Academia Season 2, Episode 21. And before I get into it, sorry for this review being late. Mainly because during the live, I just got tired because, as you guys know, the past 2 live streams prior from the last one I did. I done the playthrough, I done a live stream today as well. But yeah, those 2 they were 5 hours long, as you guys can tell, and that knackered me. Like 5-hour long fucking live streams. Like that shows you how tiring I can be when I'm playing those games. So that's actually the main reason why I didn't review. Also, the main reason why I didn't review Kotayu Show episode 8. That's the reason. I think it's episode 8. Check. Actually, no, episode 9. That's the reason why I didn't review episode 9. Mainly because, again, same reason. I done a live show at one point and got freaking tired and then didn't do it. So yeah, sorry for skipping that episode, but also sorry for this review being late as well. So I am going to, of course, review the others as much as possible. And yeah, but anyway, let's get into review of Boku no Hero Academia Season 2, Episode 21. So guys, in this episode of Boku no Hero Academia, it's true, it's mainly, I don't think it's filler. It might be filler, I might be wrong, but it's a practical, it's exam period for the UA students, and it seems like they tend to already had like a practice midterms. I think that's what they've done, because they already been graded of what their rank is in their class. We found out that Midori is ranked 4th, which is pretty good for him. Like, well, I'm actually surprised he's ranked 4. I expect him to rank top 3 at least, but okay, he at least got ranked 4, so that's good. Boku, oh my god, he's ranked 3rd, just 1 point higher than Midori. That's surprising. And we also got Todoroki, who's ranked 2. And then we got, actually, the girl, the one who can use his armor and stuff, the one who can equip weapons. She is ranked 1 for being the smartest student in her class, so that's something to know about. She might not be good and practical as much as Todoroki, Midori, and Boku, but she is good in smarts. She's better than when it comes to smarts, which is somewhat expected. Oh no, it wasn't. Midori's ranked 4th. Midori's ranked 4th. I definitely know. Boku, I do remember, is ranked. No, Todoroki's ranked 5th. No, I'm correct. Todoroki's actually ranked 5th. My bad. It's actually Ide, pretty much school council president, who, class president. He's the one who's ranked 2. Man, my ranking system is terrible. But it's actually, Ide who's ranked 2, and while Todoroki's ranked 5th, Boku is ranked 3rd, and Midori's ranked 4th. And again, Quippin Girl, not very good names, like I said, she's ranked 1, and Electro Dude and Acid Girl, that's what I'm calling them, because that's what they use. They're ranked, because it says out of 20 people, out of 20 students, they're ranked 20 and ranked 19. And the Belly Blazing Dude, he's fucking ranked 18th, which is quite funny for them. And somewhat expected, that bit cliche, expected they'll be lower rank, the lowest rank, so. And with that, it looks like a Christian girl, she offered to pretty much shoot them, and we found out she's goddamn rich. She's goddamn rich. So we now know who the rich character is, because it's another cliche in anime that they always have one character at least, who's goddamn rich, and it looks like she's the one. So she's got beauty, she's got sexiness, beauty, smarts, and she's rich. Now she's just improve her physical capability, and she's able to become a pretty, you can say, a goddamn woman. A pretty good goddamn woman, for, like, an ideal woman for a lot of men. So, I got to admit that. But yeah, that's what the first maybe half of the episode is studying for the exam period. Now, of course, as is a hero school, obviously they're also going to have a practical exam, not just a written exam. And that's what we also move on to. Is the few last minutes of the first few minutes of the start of the practical exam, and we see that to improve the students' capability, because originally they would in the practical exam they were using robots. The students had to fight robots, but of course, because of the latest incidents and stuff with the villains, with illegal villains, obviously, the school doesn't want that the students being not much trouble as they were. They don't want to put them in too much trouble. They don't want to put them in serious danger like last time. So they obviously knew that the best way they could actually defend themselves and also train, and also again still meet an exam, they have to just get them better. Pretty much, they have to be stronger. They have to get stronger. And unfortunately, the only ways they can do that is by using real people. If they don't use real people, then they won't be able to, won't be able to defend themselves against pretty much the villains. They won't be able to defend themselves against the villains because they're not used to fighting real people. But unfortunately, they will worry about hurting real people, because it's the problem. It becomes to fighting real people is that real people get hurt, and they don't want to cause any major injuries or possible deaths. But then they also have to take into the fact that if they don't, they would not be capable enough to defeat or defend themselves against the League of Villains. So, obviously, they have to go for the decision. But instead of they bring out pro heroes, and what they actually decided is that they want to go them at full force with a bit of a handicap. They do get a handicap for the students, where the heroes because they have to fight the pro heroes that they decide to fight. They decide to pair up decide to fight against students. And one of the rules is that they got formed into teams of two, but each team of two got paired up with a pro hero they have to fight against, and pretty much the way to win to pass this test, you must, I take it from what it looks the way, you must handcuff them. You have to handcuff them and pretty much arrest them, pretty much, to say that you won the test, and or knock them out the field. If you knock them out of the field, you'll find the hero in, then you pass the test. Now, I do think there's an additional way you can pass the test, and I think it is to knock them out. If you knock them out, then you should be able to pass the test as well, because it means it's easy goings. Like, if you knock them out, it's easy goings. But of course, as they're pro heroes, the likelihood of the students knocking them out is pretty low. So obviously, it makes sense why the main crew are going to pass the test is to knock them out of the stadium, pretty much knock them out the field, or handcuff them by using the handcuffs they got. And to make it somewhat fair for the students, the pro heroes are wearing specialized weights that are meant to keep them down, so it makes it harder for them to move. So it gives them a handicap for the students, so they can have a chance of defeating them. But of course, in this episode, we see how hard the actual test is. Even though they got a handicap, the heroes are still and the first team to go out and fight them was hard skiing guy, like I said, not very good, hard skiing guy, and Sugar Rush. That's what I'm calling him, because he gets his ability, he gets stronger every time he gets a Sugar Rush. So and they were facing Clay Wall guy hero, so they faced against him, and they lost. They lost without picking a proper fight. Because he knew that they were just like Clay Wall guy. He used his quirk to continuously create clay walls, and what those two did, they just tried to break through the wall. And the thing is, Clay Wall guy doesn't have a limitation of how many times he can use his quirk. Looks like it. It looks like he's not limited to how many times he can use his quirk. So that means it gave him an advantage against these two, who pretty much do have a limited amount of time of how long they can use their quirk, and that means, of course, they get tired and they unfortunately got knocked out quite quickly. So it just shows you how the test was. Now the team, the student, Midori is paired up with his Boku, and the reason why they got paired up together, because the others got paired up by their physical capability and their test scores. They didn't get put together for their test scores or their physical capability. They got put together because of how well they don't get along. So, and that's what the reason why they got paired together, because they don't really get along. And I think it makes logical sense, because in a situation that it's a team game, that means you have to feel as a team and they have to improve their teamwork. So it makes somewhat sense. And why they got put together, because that's one of their major weaknesses. Like Midori, I don't think that's not his major weakness. Oh, and also we do find out that Eraser, he definitely says that Boku is getting worse. Like, his attitude towards Midori and everybody else is getting worse. So it does imply that possibly Boku could become a villain if it gets put into a too bad situation. But overall, the episode ends with pretty much the next team going up, and it ends with them about to start their start their test. But that's pretty much what the episode is. Pretty much, revising for the practical exam, for the written exam, and the beginning part of the practical exam, and seeing how hard it actually is. Midori and also Minori, they both decide to actually watch how the other students are, because they're like one of the last few people to go in. Midori is actually the last. Midori's team, Boku and Midori with and All Might, they're paired up with All Might. It makes somewhat sense why they're paired up with All Might, because Midori, like the main top heads, know that the main reason why he's paired up with Midori is because Midori is the only one who can actually even have a chance of fighting against All Might, because they both have the same quirk. Plus, Boku also has a chance as well because of his overall capability. So it makes logical sense why All Might is the person they're fighting. It's also that Boku also wants to become the number one hero himself. So that's another reason why it makes logical sense why they're paired up with All Might. Now Midori and Minori both decide to actually watch how the exam works, so they can prepare themselves of what to suspect when they're gonna take on the exam, and see what strategies they can come up with against the opponent they're gonna be fighting against. And yeah, that's where I got to the episode. Enjoy. Animation pretty good. It's not like major good animation, but definitely one point is definitely during the clay formation, where pretty much the Hardskin and Sugar Rush guy pretty much got swallowed by the clay wall guys, and the animation point looked fucking good, I gotta admit that. And yeah, and that's all I got to say. And guys, that's my anime review to Boku no Hero Academia Season 2, Episode 21, guys. Episode 21. Hope you guys like it, become channel fans today. If you guys want to send email, down below. My address is there, and yeah, hope you guys like it, come on, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.